Alright, here we are with SPS week number 1, season 3. Basically, I had a team builder, I had a layout and everything, and the file got corrupted, and I just need to run through this team real quick before I have the battle. We're going up against the Kansas City Chikorritas, which is Trend 10, or T-Man from last season. We actually fought him week 1 last season, and round 1 of the playoffs, so I lost week 1 and then I beat him in the playoffs. So this is kind of like a rubber match, I guess, if you will. He's got a team of, again, I had a layout, but I already deleted that. I have week 2 layout already set up and everything, so I'm just going to try to run through this. Um, he's got Urshifu, Single Strike, Slowbro, Zapdos, Rabombi, Gengar, Registeel, Arcanine, Mega Altaria, Lickitung, Cradily, and Bronzor. And I have a team of, my team. I got Triscarf Circuitry here because he's got no ground type, so it'll be nice for pivoting. Dazzling Gleam is great for Mega Altaria, and well, I guess that's it. And Urshifu, I guess. And then Toxic just for like things like Lickitung or Cradily, if I can't hit him, might as well just Toxic him. Next up we have Sub, Willow, Dragapult, outspeeding not Rabombi, because I'm thinking like I don't want to just run speed for one Pokemon I'm probably not going to stay in against anyway. So I'm outspeeding, I believe, Zapdos with, no, I'm outspeeding Gengar, that's right. Outspeeding Gengar, a max speed Gengar here. Sub Willow just seemed like a good play, good bet here. I can deal with a lot of things with it, besides like Mega Altaria, and even Mega Altaria. Like if I'm behind a sub, I can Willow. If I'm behind a sub, I can Willow or Shifu, and then just try to status things in Hex late game would be nice. Rocky Helmet Tangrowth, defensive. Just here for Urshifu basically. If Urshifu's banded, then I can bring out my next Pokemon and deal with it. If it's not banded, I can take 2 hits and then just kind of synthesis off damage and stuff like that. I can deal with the Slowbro pretty well with this Pokemon. I can deal with Mega Altaria to an extent, but I mean this Pokemon is mainly here to just sleep powder things. Hopefully deal with them that way. Next up we have the Galarian Weezing. Galarian Weezing's great for if he is banded or Shifu, I can tell by the damage on Tangrowth, and then I can switch into Galarian Weezing and deal with it that way. It's also nicer for Arcanine instead of Tangrowth, like obviously because Tangrowth is weak to it. It's nice for Mega Altaria as well. I can Toxic it. I am also a great defogger here. If he tries to get up hazards against me, like Sticky Web on Rabombi could be annoying. He's obviously got rocks with Registeel, rocks with Cradily, rocks with Bronzor. So yeah, Strange Steam, great for Shifu, and then we can Toxic things, Pain Split to get back health. I needed something for Gengar, so I'm bringing Incineroar, Max Spadef, Max HP, with the Assault Vest, U-Turn, Knockoff, Fire Punch, Earthquake. It's nice that this Pokemon gets U-Turn and Knockoff, just so that I can hit both. I can both. If I am running Assault Vest, I can go for U-Turn, or I can go for Parting Shot if I'm like more of a leftover set, something like that. But yeah, it's nice for Gengar. I mean, other than Focus Blast, we take hits pretty well with this Pokemon. We can slow U-Turn out. It's basically just for that one, honestly. It's nice for Zapdos too, I guess. I can't really do much back. I'll just knock off. And yeah, I can also knock off like Lickitung Eviolite if it brings it. So yeah, last but not least, we have Huge Power Diggersby with the Swords Dance, Quick Attack, Earthquake, and Body Slam, and with the Life Orb. So basically, I'm outspeeding a Zapdos with no investment, or like with 12 EVs of investment in case he does something like that. And we can just Swords Dance up on anything. If he brings in Max Defense Slowbro and I Swords Dance, I have like a 60% chance, or like 62.5% chance of just OHKOing him with Earthquake, which is awesome. Other than Gengar, I mean, I can pretty much just Quick Attack everything at the end, hopefully to get like a late game sweep maybe. We'll see. So anyway, that's the team. Again, sorry this is really short. I'm just trying to rush through this. Next week, I'll definitely go into more in depth with my team and everything. But I didn't know the recording got messed up, and I gotta get to the battle real quick. I didn't want to record it after I had the battle, because then I don't know, I might act particularly enthusiastic or unenthusiastic as a result of the battle. So I want to go in with an even mindset. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'm going to cut to the battle, and I'll see you guys there. Alright, here we are with the battle, week 1 against Tren, or T-Man, whatever he wants to call himself, and Kansas City Chikorritas. So, as you can see, very, very threatening team my opponent has here. Of Arcanine, Gengar, Lickitung, or Shifu, Registeel, and Zapdos. Well, not the most offensive, but it's definitely something that could give us a lot of trouble. No Mega Altaria, which is something I expected him to bring, and no Slowbro, which is honestly makes a lot of sense. Like just for my draft, I don't know why I thought he'd bring Slowbro. I just thought it's good, but that's obviously not gonna always happen. Lickitung could be a little bit of an issue. Hitmonlee would be great here, but I didn't bring it because I was kind of afraid of Slowbro. But yeah, that's that. So yeah, I'm gonna keep this. So yeah, as far as a lead, I'm just gonna lead with Circuitry here, and honestly, like every mock I had, I just led with Circuitry and it was fine. But here, for some reason, I wanted to lead Diggersby because I really thought that he'd lead Registeel, just to get up rocks or do whatever he wants to do. But yeah, so I do end up leading Circuitry even though I wanted to lead Diggersby, which would have probably changed the game a little bit, but I'm going to leave this on normal speed because it's a really long battle and I don't want to encourage, skipping to the end just to look at the result, which is fine obviously, but if you want to care about my thought process, but also don't want to be sitting here for half an hour, then I'm going to keep it on normal speed. So yeah, I'm going to lead with Circuitry as he leads Mint Chip, which is the Registeel. I'm going to switch on to Diggersby, expecting rocks, but he just goes straight for the Iron Defense. So I know he's just going to kill me with Body Press here, so I just go for Earthquake to get some damage off. So turn 2, my biggest wall breaker is gone, so I know this is going to be probably a really long battle. So I go for Volt Switch here, knowing that he either dies or he switches and I get some initiative. I go into Incineroar. I believe I just click Knock Off here. Yeah, I do. Get the leftovers off. Now I go for U-Turn. I wasn't expecting him to be like a close combat set, as he just goes into Lickitung here. And I get a Toxic off, which is nice as he goes for Wish. But yeah, he had the negative priority teleport. At first I was like, how am I going before him? But then I'm like, oh yeah, teleport has negative priority. So I go for Sleep Powder and I miss, which is annoying. Sorry about that. Go for Sleep Powder and I miss, and then I go for Sleep Powder again and I miss, as he gets the Wish. And then I go for Sleep Powder again and I miss. I don't know if this really matters because he has Rest on this team, or on this set. So he's got the Chesto Berry anyway. He's going to continue to Iron Defense. I finally get the Sleep Powder off on him. And now I'm going to be able to go into Dragapult. He wakes up right away, which is annoying. But here's a Lickitung here as I go for Willow and I miss that as well. Again, not ultimately too crazy. And at this point, he's just got everything back really healthy. I mean, the only thing that has damage on it is Arcanine, and my biggest wall breaker is gone, so this is not looking that good. I'm gonna not Flygon, I click Draco. I'm not too sure why he didn't bring in Registeel there. I guess because he just didn't know my set yet. But he goes into Saitama here. Clicks the Iron Head, which is what I was hoping he'd do, predicting Weezing. So I get a little bit of chip on that Pokemon. Now he goes into Electro as I go for Leech Seed because he has no grass type, so that's a pretty safe Leech Seed. I go into Sinterklaas. Double Leech Seed there would have been nice, but I didn't do that. I go for Volt Switch. I was kind of scared he was Scarfed, and he actually was, but he didn't have a lot of... He was Scarfed, Adamant with 120 speed to outspeed Dragapult, but since I had a lot of speed on that Xerkashire, I was able to actually outspeed him there. And then I was able to... But yeah, Tangle with Rocky Helmet knocked out. So a few turns later, I don't know, I switch into a Sludge Bomb, I get Poison, which is annoying. So in comes the Zerk. I'm just going to be able to click Volt Switch again, trying to get a little bit of momentum and damage. I mean, Arcanine is pretty low, so that's nice. I get the Knockoff off, which is great, as he goes for Wish. I click Knockoff, expecting maybe an Arcanine to come in. He actually goes for Ice Beam, which is crazy. As now I'm going to go for the Leech Seed. I do connect, which is good. He fires off a Wish, as I really just thought he was going to switch at some point, but now that he doesn't have a Wish Up, I'm willing to switch out into Circuitry here. Now that he's got the Eviolite off, I can kind of just click Thunderbolt. But he did get a Wish Up, so this is going to do nothing. Did 30%, and then he got the heal back, so that's annoying. I go to not Flygon here, which is my Dragapult. He still doesn't know exactly what set this is. I think all he's... Oh no, he has seen Will-O-Wisp and everything else. But I go for Hex here to take him out. But I'm kind of confused why he didn't just stay in. I guess he didn't... Maybe he thought I had like Fire Blast or something. He just wanted to make sure he wouldn't take too much damage. But this Hex is not... It's just not doing enough. Like, I got 30% and then 33, which is good. But then I only get 29. So it's definitely like a roll between 29 and 33. Something like that. And he's just going to be able to rest there. And there's not much I can do. I do get a crit here, which is amazing. Which basically forces him to switch. He goes into Lickitung here. As I click Hex just in case he wanted to stay in. Not that I thought he would, but now he's going to play the old switcheroo game. He goes into Lickitung here, and I'm just... At this point, he's just stalling my PP, so that's not too good. My power points is what I meant by that. So I go for Will-O-Wisp here again. As he gets up a Wish, probably going to switch into Registeel here. I go for Hex expecting the Registeel. He just goes for Ice Beam. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. He still has a burn on him, so I'm just going to click Draco here. I get a crit too, which is amazing. I'm surprised that it only did 69% with a crit without an Eviolite, but oh well. He gets a Wish up, but he's still burned, so that's nice. Having that residual there is great. He goes for Wish. He's only got, you know, whatever he wants to do with that. He couldn't just stall me out with that, probably. I mean, I'm going to get a crit at some point, or I'm just going to get a higher roll. So I'm going for Thunderbolts, trying to knock this thing out, and it just goes for Rest again. Super annoying. This Pokemon is not something my team deals with very nicely. I'm going to go for the Leech Seed here. I do Connect, which is great. Get a little bit of chip on the Zapdos. I'm going to stay in here. I was predicting a U-turn. I live, which is amazing, but not that much health. Thankfully, I can just switch here as he goes for U-turn, which is a good play. It was very obvious, but I want to keep Tangrowth alive for that Leech Seed chip. I go for Volt Switch here. I get Tangrowth back in because I know that the last move on this Registeel, it has to be something to hit Flygon, or it has to be something to hit Dragapult, and he's got Iron Defense, Rest, Body Press, and probably just Iron Head. So that means Tangrowth can do a lot to it. I go for Thunderbolt there, hoping he would switch, but there really wasn't much of a reason to, I suppose. As now I can get in not Flygon. He goes for Roost, or no, he goes for U-turn. Mint Chip comes back out, and at this point I do not have, how many hexes? I had 8 hexes at this point, so that's not good. He's gonna go for Rest to get his health back. I'm gonna go for the Leech Seed. I know a Roost is probably incoming here, so I just go for Knockoff because I believe I go for oh, that's right. I go for Synthesis, expecting maybe either a U-turn or a Heat Wave because I didn't know which one he was gonna go for. He goes for Heat Wave there, does 77% as I knock off the leftovers, which is nice. Now I can switch again. I actually don't though. I guess I predicted a U-turn there. And at that point, I was just like in the chat. I just said game. Like that's game. I can't beat Registeel, let alone Gengar, Zapdos, and Lickitung. He just gives me Lickitung there, which is interesting. Because Registeel really just walled me at that point. So I'm not too sure why he just gave me Lickitung. But I'm able to, and at this point I'm like, I haven't used Weezing like all game, so I'm just gonna Toxic the Zapdos. I'm like, we're like 65 turns in and I haven't used Weezing at all. So I Toxic the Zapdos, which is nice. He doesn't have his Heal Beller anymore, so that's great. Poffy comes back in, and this is just a lot of turns where we're really doing nothing. I mean, I'm just gonna sit back and you can watch this or you can skip ahead, but basically I'm trying to do anything I can to whittle, just chip this Registeel down. I get the confused, it doesn't do anything. He's gonna keep boosting his defense, which isn't really gonna do much good for him because my Incineroar isn't that strong anyway. Like it doesn't have any attack investment, or like it has like 8 EVs, which is like nothing. So, but the good thing is that Iron Head is not going to do much as far as I'm concerned. I mean, I'm definitely gonna be able to take a few, and I can just go for Pain Split. He is hurting himself in confusion. I'm going for Default because I don't really want to waste all my strange teams in case I need them later. So he goes for Rest there, and again, this is just a lot of just nothing happening, which is not what I wanted to do, but it is the game. We all gotta play it, and so he's gonna wake up. confusion ends. He's gonna go for Iron Head. Does 29%. Now that's good for me because I know I can pain split pretty well on him. Goes for Iron Head again, as I'm just going for Toxic until I get low enough to go for a pain split. I'm not. if he got like a crit there and I didn't go for pain split, risking it, that would just be so bad. Couldn't risk it. Had to go for that move. And now I'm just gonna wait for him to get me low again to where I can click the pain split again. Bring him down to 46%. No leftovers helping, which is nice. Gonna pain split one more time. And he's gonna go for rest. Smart play, smart play. Wouldn't have really. I mean, I would have had to somehow kill with. I would have had to get him down to like 15%, because otherwise Hex wasn't gonna kill. So, because I didn't have him statused. If I go for Will-O-Wisp, he just rests. So, he takes the risk here and sludge bombs. I live on 1%, and I kill him with the knockoff, which is huge. Because Gengar's gone, which, I mean, it wasn't Scarf, but it was still, like, it would have killed Weezing pretty easily. Weezing can't do anything back to it, so it's just nice to have that thing going. So I'm like, at this point, I'm like, good, it's a 2-0, but I get a crit on the Registeel, which basically wins me the game, which is huge, because we're at turn 92, and we've been playing this game for probably half an hour to 40 minutes by this point, and I went off of a crit, which is so stupid. I mean, it's the game, but it's just at a point, like, I literally didn't want that. I wanted him to win because he just played so well, and I just didn't prep well enough for a Registeel plus like a tongue kind of thing. And I just really felt like he deserved the win, and I mean, obviously I'll take the crit, like I was hoping for it, but at the same time, I'm like, oh, like I've been on the other side of that. Granted, probably not 94 turns and 1 crit loses me the game. That's probably something I haven't had happen, but it's still just really annoying when that happens. And so yeah, sorry about that, T-Man, Tren, whatever you want me to call me now. But yeah, that's gonna be the game. I mean, next week we face Astrius, who I actually never faced last season. I was in the same division as him, but I never faced him. And after he got like 6-0'd in week 1, and then he made like 5 different transactions. So that's gonna be interesting. I've already prepped for that, but I'm probably gonna go through a little bit of changes in that team just to make sure it's the best. But yeah, I didn't even notice this, but Dragapult got 4 kills in this game, which is pretty cool. Granted, Haxie as hell, but yeah, that's gonna be the game, I guess. 2-0. Good game to the Kansas City Tricky Raiders. They definitely played really well. I just kind of got really lucky. So that's gonna be that. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. See you there.